Lake Leech using Hare'e Wiggle. Who thinks of these things? Wiggle Dub. That's so awesome. It's a rabbit, and it has little bits of tiny rubber legs in it. Great dispenser. You're supposed to pull it out the back. You know, I'm not that good. I like to pull the whole chunk out. But I love having the whole assortment. I'm going to use a dubbing loop here.
You've got a Marabou tail on there so far.
Marabou tail, and if I'd been really prepared, I would have used barred grizzly for that tail, and I would have put a little hint of crystal flash or flashabou in the tail. But you know, you know, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and you do the best you can.
You've got a little gold bead on a 2 or 3x long hook.
This is a 3x long hook.
5263 TM Co.
5263. Daiichi has a very nice hook. So I've got my material in my dubbing loop, and I'm gonna. One of the biggest challenges of this fly is to not make it too dense. Sparseness is good, and so we've got a ways of dealing with that. So right now this is really too much material. So I'm going to pull out little bits here. There we go. And I'm going to put a little hint of, actually a moderate hint of head cement on the hook. And I'm going to wind this by hand because I want to be able to I want to set those little tiny rubber legs free with each wrap. I'm moving this forward. Again, fairly sparse. Leeches are skinny little things. So each time I come around, I do a little stroke towards the back of the fly. I want to run this dubbing right up firmly against. I don't want that bead head to be spinning and loose. And I am just stunned that I actually, by accident, got just about the right amount of dubbing there.
That really looks better with the sparseness.
Yes, yes. You want this. By the way, you don't have to trim this real short. You trim it. There's actually a little bit of thread you can still see, and then you wrap right around. And you know, my hook, my bead is spinning there, so I'm going to take care of that, and I'm going to finger dub. If your bead is loose, it can wear on your thread and break it, cut it. So you want your dubbing and your thread to be right up against that bead. So a little whip finish there. And what I'm going to do next, to make sure this fly has just the right amount of wiggle and sparseness. Got my little dubbing brush here. I'm pretty happy with this fly. Going to have movement, life in the water. That is a simple fly to tie. Look at these colors. Different lakes, you get oranges, you get grays, you get golds, greens. I'm very fond of the olives, browns. You got your whole selection right here. Some very small. Tie some in 14s, tie some in 8s. These flies work.